Well, the search continues to find 8 missing church members who were swept away by flash floods in the Jukskei River in Johannesburg on Saturday. 9 people have now been confirmed dead after drowning during a baptism ceremony. Senior reporter Aviwe Mtila is covering this story for us and joins us now for an update. And so, Aviwe, one of those stories that escalated rather quickly. It took a while for news to filter through that there was even this incident where there was this baptism ceremony that was taking place and there was flash flooding. And initially hopes were that it wouldn't turn out to be this disastrous, but the worst has come to be. What do we know about the circumstances as well as where things stand in as far as the search and rescue mission is concerned for those members of the church who are still missing?
Pratulas, this is very heartbreaking. Some 10 minutes ago, the families were breaking down as those forensic pathology services vehicles were actually coming in here to the fire station in Sant. And some of the bodies, you remember, are inside here. And earlier on, just about 1 o'clock, Robert Mtila did confirm that 9 people had in fact passed away, swept by that strong current happening at the Jukskei River. We do know at that time it was 8 more that were missing. The families are right behind me, some of them, and they were sweeping uncontrollably as they saw those forensics vehicles coming in. And now I just want to get the latest update from EMS spokesperson Robert Mtila, just in terms of what we're seeing, those vehicles, to get an understanding if indeed they were delivering more bodies. Robert, thank you for joining us at eNCA, but I think maybe let's get that update. The last time we spoke of 9 people that had lost their lives tragically and 8 missing. What is the latest?
Yeah, we can confirm to our viewers out there that the search still continues. We still have some areas which we still have to explore. So we're hoping that by the end of the day today, we will be able to give you more update. But for sure, we're hoping that the death toll will increase because there are some of the areas which we are trying to explore now. But we, as the city of Johannesburg, also we did reassure our acting executive mayor here, Councillor Harris, who's acting on behalf of the executive mayor of the city of Johannesburg, Councillor Mpopalatse, to say we will make sure that we utilize all the resources which we have at our disposal to assist the families. Because if you look at the numbers which were given is about 15. We are already looking at still 8, which is outstanding. So we're hoping that by the end of the day today, we should be able to decrease that number to, most importantly, assist the families to find closure, because we have done our best in the morning to assure them, to say the chances of us rescuing them while they're still alive is very slim. They understand. They just want us to assist them to find closure, and we have made that promise to make sure that we assist them to find closure. We're hoping by the end of the day that number might be able to increase.
Okay, I'm going to ask on the forensic pathology vehicles that you are seeing coming in. That would suggest that it's still the same number. In fact, there's a helicopter hovering above the fire station here. So the numbers still remain now.
Yes, the pathology vehicles are just fetching the bodies which I gave you a brief on earlier on in the morning, those 7 bodies. Okay. So, of course, there might be a possibility that later on in the afternoon, they might actually be coming back again to maybe recover some of the bodies which will have recovered throughout the day now, up until we call the search off.
And the families, have they been notified on who exactly is inside, or you'll notify them at a later stage?
Yeah, I think that process will be done later on, just before we leave this area where we're operating now.
Okay, I want to bring in the acting mayor here, Councillor Harris. Thank you for joining us at eNCA. Councillor, it's a tragic incident. Have you spoken to the families?
Yes, I had a brief word with some of them earlier on. Obviously, it's extremely devastating, and our sincerest condolences to them, the extended families, all of them. And I convey my condolences on behalf of the Mayor of Johannesburg, as well as on behalf of my colleagues in the mayoral committee. What has happened, and particularly for us from the African Christian Democratic Party, who see these kinds of rituals as important in our faith. We can't understand why it happened, but it's the permissive will of God, and we believe that what happened has happened, and we as a city have to stand by and support the families as they go through what they've gone through. My deepest gratitude to the men and women who have taken their time from yesterday evening throughout today. Some extremely skillful men and women, volunteers, employees of the city, fantastic teams have gone out and done their very best. It should not have happened. But we just trust that the Lord will be gracious to all of us, not only within this immediate environment, but to all of us as the citizens of Johannesburg, because the loss of this kind of life here affects the entire city, and we are devastated about it, but we will do our very best to ensure that whatever happens from now onward is going to be as easy as possible.
And talking about doing your very best, are you not concerned, Acting Mayor, just around the number of rituals are done at the Jukskei River? We do understand its tradition and culture itself. Even this morning we saw a lot of people still positioned at different areas of the Jukskei River. This is not the first incident of this nature that has happened. Are you not concerned about these rituals and the safety of the people doing these rituals?
We certainly are concerned, and this has been an ongoing discussion, because you must remember our Constitution guarantees freedom of association, it guarantees freedom of religion, and it's very difficult for us to come and want to regulate the manner in which people practice their religion. So yes, it is a concern for us, and I think right now the message is no more going to be saying shall we not, but it's rather going to say how is it that we're going to address this issue head on, in terms of speaking to the practitioners, the prophets, the bishops, the pastors, talking to them to understand the dangers of water and educating them as well. So yes, there's a lot of work to be done, and in retrospect I think we could have done a bit more, but it's too late for that now. I think we need to be looking at, from now onwards, what do we do to ensure that our park rangers are more visible, that JMPD is more visible, that the practitioners, as they go out to the rivers, understand the dangers and the risks that they're embarking upon.
All right, thank you very much. Acting Mayor of the City of Johannesburg, Councillor Harris, of course, as the families are outside the fire station here, hoping to get word on their loved ones. Some of them, Bratulas, you'll hear that there's a daughter, in fact, here that is waiting to hear what has happened to her mother as well as her child. Some of the families waiting to hear, for example, one of the fathers we saw here, her 60-year-old sister, as well as her nephew. So it's really tragic what has happened. We do understand the young children as well that were part of the 15 that we do know were swept away by the current. As it stands, 9 of them have been recovered, and you heard Robert Mulauzi suggesting that the 8 remaining are most likely going to be recovered, and they're most likely going to have lost their lives as well.